We were taught to accept reality before we were taught that we also create reality. Accept reality, accept what is, accept the present moment, accept the facts of life. And there is wisdom in that, because fighting what already exists only creates suffering. If it is raining, denying the rain changes nothing. If you are grieving, resisting the grief only prolongs it. Acceptance allows us to stop arguing with reality. But there is another truth that many of us have never been taught. Reality is not only experienced, reality is also created. We participate in its creation, and because many of us learn acceptance without creation, we became trapped in a misunderstanding. We began to believe that accepting reality meant accepting limitation, accepting circumstances, labels, accepting conditions, accepting a future that looked exactly like the past. But acceptance was never meant to be resignation. Acceptance says, this is what is happening right now. Resignation says, this is what will always happen. They're not the same thing. The present moment deserves acceptance, but the future remains unwritten. Two people can stand in the same circumstance and experience entirely different realities. One sees possibilities, the other sees defeat. One sees opportunity, the other sees limitation. The circumstance is the same, the state is different, and that state influences every thought, every choice, action, every conversation, and ultimately every result. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, it means relating to reality differently. You can accept where you are without becoming identified with where you are. You can acknowledge your current circumstances without allowing them to define your future. You can say, I accept that this is my current reality, and at the same time, I choose to embody the person I am becoming. This is where many people get confused. They look at their circumstances and then choose their state. If money is scarce, they choose lack. If someone leaves them, they choose unworthiness. If life becomes difficult, they choose fear. In other words, they allow the manifestation to determine the creator. But creation works in the opposite direction. State comes first, experience follows, consciousness first, manifestation second, being first, reality second. Circumstances are yesterday's creations. State of being is today's creative force. The reality you are experiencing now may be the result of old beliefs, assumptions, identities, and old ways of being. But the reality that is emerging tomorrow is being shaped by who you are being today. This is the integration. Accepting what is, creating what comes next. Honor the present. Choose your state. Acknowledge the manifestation. Become the consciousness from which a new manifestation can emerge. When acceptance and creation are united, life changes. You no longer resist reality, and you no longer become limited by it. You accept the reflection while consciously choosing the source. Because circumstances may describe the reality that has already materialized, but state of being determines the reality that is materializing now.